Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be going through the rest of the scenarios in the Crash Junctions scenario pack, and the first one we're going to be doing in this video is called Rollover. After your various successes, we've officially inducted you into the Crash Club's Golden Circle. Various fees may apply. Your reward? Another crash. Hop to it. Ramp optional. Yeah, I'm not paying those fees. Not a chance. I never signed up for this, so you ain't getting me to pay nothing. And I like that I could wiggle my car right there. So ramp is optional, so fine. No ramp, or almost no ramp, and we just slam right into that dude. And I thought it said 3 cars. There we go. There's another car. And then there's one more coming. So eventually we'll have a 4-car pileup. And if this is enough points, we'll still do this one more time because I do want to try actually using the ramp. But if it said optional, I had to make sure I tried it without and with. And I like the way the cops kind of back it away like, I didn't crash into them, that wasn't me. So that's an easy success. Now let's go for the harder success where we actually use the ramp. And I think actually the ideal strategy is going to be slow it up a little bit at the start and then go fast so that way we don't overshoot them. So using the ramp, smacked it in them, great. But is anybody going to hit that car right there? I will, just barely. And that gives the police a car to crash into as well. Now this one does not feel like it has nearly as many points as the last one, but it was a little bit more dramatic as I flew through the air. So let's see what the actual score says. Was it good enough to pass? Yes, and just barely. If we had a couple thousand less, we wouldn't have made it. So on to the next scenario, which is number 14, called Second Chances. So this is awkward. An assassination mission went south and the moderately damaged target is getting a tow back to the shop. Destroy it by any means necessary, just don't damage any other cars. Yes, that includes the flatbed van that is being towed on, and yes, there's a ramp. In summary, ruin your perfectly good car to assassinate an unoccupied, out-of-service vehicle. I hope whoever's paying for this realizes how stupid this sounds. And we got the car assassins love, a regular economy car, the Abishu Pessima. At least it's got a V6, so it has a little bit of power to it. So we can get up to almost 60 miles per hour. There's the ramp, and that is not at all how that was supposed to go. Well, I kind of hit everything. I hope that's okay. No, it's not. They'd be like, WhyBeAre, what are you doing? I want to see the score, though, so let's just wait it out. I have a negative score! I wasn't sure if you could get a negative score. That's why I waited to see. Yes, the negative scores are possible. No, we're not going to do it twice. 1 negative score is all I need. So what we're going to do is just let up on the gas a little bit as we go to the ramp like this. Make sure we hit it right on the side, and that is perfect. Got a nice hit on their car. And I think that should be an easy win because we didn't need too much money. Oh no, I'm on fire. My car is on fire. But we got a success, which is what's important. 38,000. So now we're going to go to the next scenario, which is number 15, called Downward. So now that you're a Golden Circle member, we can start offering you bigger wrecks. Just remember the rules of Crash Club. 1. Because we're 90s pop culture geeks, rule 1 is don't talk about Crash Club. Seriously, there are a lot of people out there who don't like what we're doing. Best keep your membership to yourself. And 2. Because we're also realists, get really good insurance. Or I like to imagine these are all stolen cars. Like somebody just had their car stolen and then you look down the street and it's like, oh, there's my car upside down because some idiot stole it and then wrecked it immediately. Also, this level started with slow-mo on. I assume you noticed that by now, but just saying that that was not me that turned it on. And I hope this wasn't one of the missions where I was supposed to keep my car undamaged because if that is the case, I have failed completely doing that. But if the mission is to damage everything, I think I've done a pretty good job. Although, looks like one of those cars kind of got through undamaged. That little Covet right there. Let's see, does he have any damage? Oh, there's more cars coming. The answer is no, not really. So we got piles of cars everywhere, basically. Let's see if that's enough points to actually complete the scenario or not. And maybe we'll do it one more time because that was a pretty cool one. I'm not sure yet. Alright, this is taking a while. I'm going to go real-time mode to try to speed up the timer because you see the time up there is still going. Okay. So that's a success, and yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it one more time before we move on to the next one. I'm gonna try crashing a little bit differently. Like last time, I hit the truck on the right side. This time we'll try hitting him on the left side, and we'll also take off the slow-mo at the start right here. I don't think we need it since you've already seen it in full or slow motion once. This time we just do the slow motion when it's automatically activated and really hard to turn off. Ooh, I like it better this way. Seems like all the cars are really getting beat up now. Well, mine's getting free a little bit, but I'm actually okay with that. We'll speed this up until those cars get here. Dang, that truck just hit him. Alright, I would be willing to bet the score on this one is higher than last time. It just feels like that was a lot more violent. So we're going to go and just speed it up a bit to get to the end, and we'll see if it is a little bit more. I think the last one was 260,000. This one's 280,000. That's a 20,000 increase. So next up, we got Loud Meadows. We just got this here nifty little wedge attachment added to our motor pool. To see if it works, we're gonna go capsize some cars on the Pike Street Bridge. You should feel perfectly free to give it the old college try. Just try to bring it back in one piece. Alright, I guess we can't bring it back in two pieces, which is probably a lot harder than you would think. And the acceleration for this thing is so slow. I get used to having normal cars, now I'm in a T-Series and it's like 0 to 60 in a couple of weeks. Actually, 0 to 60 in about, looks like it's going to be 20-something seconds if I really had to calculate it. But I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about hitting things with my wedge. So one car deflected. And these ones aren't actually moving, so we're going to hit them right up on them. And then fire, Chief! You're not getting the fire! You idiots! I'm pushing you out the way for that. Hey, where'd the other car go that I hit? They're just gone, okay. Don't know where they went, but they're not here anymore. They must have fallen off the bridge. Let's see. Can you see them under here? No. Literally no idea where that other car went. What in the world happened to them? They're gone. They are just gone. Oh goodness, my car's gonna get wrecked. No, it's not. Mission success just in time. That was really lucky and dumb. So on to the next scenario, which is number 17, called On-Ramp. You're not going to see much, due in part to all the concrete that is blocking your view. Just trust us in that ascending the ramp before you will put you and other cars in very close contact. Oh, and we're giving you an extra cleanup bonus. Hit every car and you get double the score. And I assume they mean hit every car with my car, because really pretty much every mission I've hit every car. There's only a few where I don't. Alright, there's a car. I hit them technically just barely, but I did hit them. I heard a small crashing noise. And is the red car gonna hit me? Yes, it is. Give me my bonus! I earned a bonus! Which is probably the only way I'm gonna make it through this mission, because the actual impacts between all the cars was not that good. Oh! It was that good! That's 54,000. We only needed, I think it was like 15,000 to actually do it, right? Yeah, 15,000, and we more than tripled, almost quadrupled that number, even though I felt like I did really, really poorly. So we're gonna do this one more time, because there's a little ramp that I didn't use the first time. We're gonna see if it helps at all to do anything interesting. Yeah, that was actually pretty cool, although I don't know if that red car is gonna hit us. And it felt like the actual damage I did was a lot less than last time, so I really gotta rely on that multiplier to save me here. I don't think it's gonna be a high score, but it looked pretty cool, didn't it? Yeah, 17,000, just barely enough to succeed. So then we could go on to the next one, which is number 18, called The Hunt. Our rental guy's a no-show again, but there's word of a van that's worth a lot if finished off driving down Hawthorne to the Rooker Street Canyon. Don't worry about Chuck, this is normal for him. No, I don't know why we keep him around, and just in case you forgot, Chuck is the intel guy. If you want to try to catch the van, Hawthorne is on the right, or you could head straight or left to head it off on Rooker Street, your choice. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the right, I guess. I got these choices. It sounds like right's gonna be a little bit easier. It's just I'll follow them and I'll hit them. The other way, I have to head them off, which sounds a little more difficult. And I saw the van right there. There it was. Just gotta catch them. Can't go too fast though. Slam on the brakes here. That was probably a little premature, but at least I didn't fly off the road, right? I really slowed down way too much there. I lost a lot of ground on them. And they're going onto the freeway. That makes it easier to catch them, although I gotta make sure when I hit them, it's actually a big impact. I don't want it to be like a slow impact, because you gotta wreck them. Looks like I can get a decent amount of speed going at them from right here, and they're slowing down a lot. That's a 60-mile-per-hour crash by me, and it even rolled them over. I'm thinking that's a good amount of damage. Let's see what the game says. Success! $14,000 of damage. And I'm going to do this again, and this time we'll try the other direction. So instead of going to the right, we'll go to the left. Or straight. It's kind of like left and straight at the same time, right? Like you gotta steer a little bit to the left, but you could also see why it would be said that that's straight. So if I went right, that would just get behind them again. There's something about heading them off. So I see the two roads connect up, or, you know, here's a dumb idea. We fall on top of them like some sort of crazy ninja. Because they'll be coming around right here. And then all I gotta do is just wait for the right moment, and then we jump. So like right now. Yeah, that didn't do that much damage, but boy was it dramatic. Round 2 of damage, go! I think if I win this, it was only because I did those extra hits. And also I saw another thing I wanted to try. It's like, WhyBeAre, why are you doing this one 3 times? Because I had a better idea than that one as I was doing it, and I gotta try it out. Like if it was a worse idea, I'd be like, no, we did a good one, we're done. But then I had this idea, and I'm like, this is a better idea. When you got a better idea, you gotta try it. So right after this bridge, there's this area where we can kind of drive off of, and we can drive off of it and fly into them if everything goes according to plan. So it's kind of like the last one, but we also have some speed going into it. So we'll start accelerating now and see if we can actually hit them. Crazy maneuver works! That was awesome. I wasn't for sure if that would work, but it works really well. It's kind of funny. My car looks so destroyed from the impact there. It's like, oh no, a little bit of damage. And success? 36,000. That's the highest I've done from that scenario by far. It was a good idea to do that, even though most of the damage, as I said, was to my car. So next up, we got the jungle. Our social media followers are starting to complain about the lack of big rigs and buses in our wrecks, saying we're too soft to go after the big stuff. So of course, we're gonna make them eat their words. Welcome to the jungle. Let's hunt big game. So I assume there's gonna be a T-Series in this one, and maybe a bus, because there is a bus mod out there, and maybe they got permission to use it, and this is in slow-mo. I don't want slow-mo, I want full speed. And ooh, that's different. That is, I don't know if I call that a bus. I would call it a tram, but I've never seen that before. I'm thinking this is made just for this scenario, which is pretty interesting. Is that T-Series gonna actually hit it? Yes, it will, for extra damage. Ooh, it hit it right in the middle. It actually separated. Okay, a close-up of that thing. So you see the glass shattering, windows getting a little bit displaced. You see them kind of wiggling. Doors are wiggling, so those could probably fall off if we hit them hard enough. That is interesting. I've never seen that before. So 105,000. That is an easy win. I'm gonna go ahead and do this again because I want to just slam right into the tram and nothing else. I'm gonna just give it a second to kind of get forward a bit more than last time, and then this should be good. So full speed ahead. And then we're just gonna slam right into it, avoiding the sunburst, hopefully. Just barely. You actually have to avoid him because he is all over the place, it looked like at first. Like he ends up kind of in the way no matter how you go at it. But that was cool. Got to hit the tram, and it is totally off of its rails. And a nice big dent in it right there. How did the T-Series do? And not as big of a dent, actually. But still a good amount of damage. How much money was that? Because that was 2 hits to that. It's enough money to win. And that was interesting, man. Like I said, never seen that before. So next up, we got flight. We figured you'll need quite a ride to leap from the edge of this parking structure all the way to the intersection, so we whipped up this comically powerful bad boy. It's got an engine with mini horses in it, and it's supercharged words. Look, I don't do the car stuff. I'm just the guy that tells you to go here and make a pretty mess. Have at it. Okay, so I see a jump, and I guess we just hit that jump. Oh wow, wheel spin, wheel spin, wheel spin. Have to get off the throttle a little bit there. Hit him! There we go. Oh, but we missed the other 2 cars! How does that happen? Like, it looks so good, but then they sneak right by you and they don't get hit. So I'm almost certain there's not going to be enough points here, but I will see how close it is because I'm curious, because that was a real nice crash. About halfway, because we needed 40,000. So the goal is just basically control the throttle of the car. Don't get all that crazy wheel spin. There we go, nice and smooth with it. And a little bit harder on the throttle at the end. Hit that van, and there we go. Everybody's hitting everything now. That got all the vehicles damaged, and I'm pretty sure it'll give you enough damage to win. And kind of an unexpected bonus is that my car isn't that damaged actually after that one. The other time it was destroyed. This time you could probably salvage that. Totally. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and head to the next mission, which is called 21 Content Warning. I just had to migrate all of our stuff to another video host, as deliberately crashing into traffic violates the terms of service of the current one. Evidently, it's too dangerous and criminal for street racing vandalism.web. So we'll be doing a bit more racing while we make nice with the new site. But does that mean it's still against the terms of service? Because it doesn't matter if you got a new site. If it's against the terms of service, they're gonna be, nah, you can't do that. That's breaking the rules. And whoa, right by the edge with this one, huh? Or not? Oh, maybe it's below us? Maybe we were supposed to jump off the edge. I don't know. It looked like we were close enough in terms of left and right, but might not be the right height. Yeah, that might be it. That still doesn't look quite right, so let's see. Is there another level down below? Yeah, we're just gonna go until it looks like it's the correct time to grab that checkpoint. And maybe there? That looks like it, yeah. Look at that Corvette. He's gonna go park and he's gonna make it impossible for anybody else to breathe in there because he's polluting so much. What are they doing? Like they don't know how to drive. Like, oh, I stalled out. Oh, I stalled out. Oh, I stalled out. But you can tell the engine's on the whole time. So it's like, how you even stalling out when the engine's still on? What in the world are they doing? Interesting looking, but whatever. We'll just pretend the Corvette was not a distraction because we got race. Even though we spent 15 seconds just laughing at the AI. So that's great for my time. Woo! Getting a little slidey right there. Alright, what's this guy gonna do? Is he gonna do something wacky too, or is he gonna drive normal? He looks like he's just a normal driver. Kind of staying a little slower so I can watch him. Oh, he bouncing that suspension. Man, he got some like hydraulics in his car, just bouncing it up right there. Alright, what's this guy gonna do? Oh, he's gonna be one of those people I absolutely hate in real life. The people who merge onto the freeway way slower than traffic so you feel like you're gonna get rear-ended at all times, right? Yeah, pretty much. Right, you're not doing anything interesting, so get out the way. I got racing to do, even though the mission said no crashing into pedestrians. I just did it anyways because you can't stop me. That's what I do, man. I crash into pedestrians and ruin their day because I don't have insurance, so I just drive off and totally break the law, and I'm going to be in jail soon. There is no way I won't eventually end up in jail. I noticed some of the other missions later on are at night. Maybe that's why. The cops are after you, man. You got to stop crashing so much. Then you're going to go to jail. Got to get away from the cops. I don't know. So we got one more checkpoint and we are done. We're going to try to be a little bit reckless on this one just for fun. Come on, roll. No, no roll, but we did get a nice side impact. So that one's pretty easy. So let's go ahead and go to scenario 22, which is called Three-Way. Nightlife. A cityscape of clubs, bars, crime-laden alleyways, and probably vampires somewhere. Peaceful. A shame that we're about to wake this sleepless city. And I can't really see anything here, so you know what? High beams on! And slow motion is already enabled. No idea which way we're going here. I'm gonna keep slow-mo on just until I figure out what's going on here. Alright, I see a car. And boom, boom. And let's make sure we get another boom. Oh, that was nice. I got all of them real easy, but it is hard to see what's going on here because it's so dark. Although I like the rain. Like, something about when you're driving in the dark and the rain just feels so much cooler than just driving in the dark. Can't explain why, but it's just something about it. Oh, T-Series coming. And we got two cars in the way, so they're both going to get hit. That's great. All that extra damage is piling up. My engine's starved of oil, too. Alright, that looks like a success to me. Just gotta wait for it to say time's up. Thinking it should be pretty soon. Maybe it's 17, 18, 19 seconds-ish, right? There we go. 18 failed? What? I thought that was a great one, too, and it says, nah, you're not there yet. So maybe it's because everything was in slow-mo, because the crash was slower than... It really should make a difference, I would think, but you know what? Just for a little bit of convenience, we'll force the full speed on, and alright, that looks different. So we got one car really just flipping out the way, and then we got the other three all in front of the T-Series, which is coming very, very shortly, and that looks like a lot of damage to them. So let's see. Is that enough damage, game? Yes, it is. And somehow it doubled the last one. I'm not exactly sure what made that one so much better, but, you know, the numbers are maybe a little off every now and then. So next up, we got the meeting. The intel guy is still missing in action, and I'm starting to get worried about him. Anyway, We've got a jackpot target sitting on the second floor of the parking complex. Somebody's paying a lot of money for this, and they even thought to request you for the job by name. That's a high honor for a newbie. I guess just kind of follow the barriers, which tell you to go into that parking garage. There we go. And do we go left or do we go right? It looks like, well, we gotta go left here. I thought maybe it was like 2 ways up. Whoops, that was great. Oh, really? I broke my car. No, wait, this is something different. It says new text message. Your car will move when we tell it to. I don't think we've been properly introduced. My name is Mark Freeland. If that name doesn't ring a bell, then we've been doing a good job keeping a low profile. I'm here because for the last few weeks, you have been knocking my associates off the road. Now, don't worry, I'm not mad. In fact, I love your work. So chaotic, inspired. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I want you to work for me. Lots of fun opportunities, lots of destruction, not half bad pay. You can stay in that little crash club of yours. It does not matter. There is only one catch. You seem to like me. Don't mention we talked. This is going way too fast. I can't read this. I'll let you have a handful of small jobs. Until then, I've got work to do. Wow. That went so fast. I have no idea what's going on. Now, I'll keep in touch comes really slowly and everything's calm now. I couldn't even read that fast, man. What was up with that? And now, what? I normally don't read this stuff, but it says, hello? Hello? You all right? Okay, good. He must have slipped something into the car while we weren't looking. We'll talk about this later. Interesting. Although there's only one more scenario at the moment called Evening Post, so I'm not sure if we'll actually get to talk about this or not. Let's try to keep our cool. Yesterday was a big shock. Anyways, it turns out that the whole destroying really big stuff is panning out quite well for us in recency. And you know what they say, if it's still cool, do it until it isn't. We'll talk about Freeland soon enough. Alright. Got me a big old vehicle and it's yellow. Slow motion activated. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go full speed. Is that car driving or are they just stationary? They're stationary. Interesting. So we got a ramp, which is not gonna work out too well, but we're gonna try it anyways, and that's about what you would expect to see. Except I did not expect the T-Series to roll over there. What is that causing all the sparks? Is that something off of the work truck? Ah, it was the rear. Oh, hello. Hi, other car. I was talking about the truck there and how his tailgate fell off until you rudely interrupted. Well, that's a lot of chaos going on right there. Split the bus in half. That's impressive. The tram, whatever. They call it a bus. I call it a tram personally. And that is the last scenario we're going to be doing because the next one is just called Streetcar Test, and it says it's a sandbox scenario for featuring the streetcar, which is what we just crashed into, and I don't really think that fits this video. So, till next time, it's WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.